speak. Keep out.
Hey in the house. So this video, as you can see by the title, is a story time video. So let's hop into the story and tell you how I think I almost got possessed. Which isn't really that fun. No. Let's set the scene. It was, I don't know. When was it? It was a while ago. I can't remember the exact year, but it was, I remember it was a Saturday. It was in the morning, and I was in bed. So, you know, Saturday morning, just waking up in bed, open my eyes, and I see, like, the light coming from my window, because my bed, like, the bed is, like, here, and the window is, like, here, if that makes sense. So, and I'm facing towards the window. So I see the light coming in like I was doing when I wake up. And I was like, okay, let me get up and go to the bathroom. So I tried to move my arm because I was like laying like, kind of like this. So I tried to move this arm. I tried to lift my arm up so I can get up. So I could push myself up out of bed. And I couldn't move. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. So I'm like moving my arm like with all my willpower. Like, if you can see how I'm shaking while I'm trying to move, I was like that. And I was like, okay, I can't move. What is going on? So, of course, and by the way, when this happened, I was like 12, 11, 13, I think. So I was young. I was really, really young. So I was like, okay, I can't move. What's going on? I'm trying to move and I can't move. So I'm like, okay, well, I can't move my arm. Maybe my arm fell asleep. Try moving your leg. So I tried to move my leg. Nothing. So I tried to move my leg, constantly like putting like all my might into moving my muscles. And they don't move. So I'm laying there, I'm like, okay, what is going on? I'm like, at this point I'm freaking out because I'm like, did something happen while I was asleep? Like, did I like paralyze myself somehow? So I was like very concerned and very scared because like, I can't move. What is happening? My next instinct was to call out for help because my bed was next to the wall, and on the other side of that wall was my mother's room. So I was like, okay, well, just call out for help. I tried to call out for help. I was gonna call her like, Mom, help. And I could hear myself saying it, like I could hear myself yelling out for help. But the thing is, my mouth wasn't moving. I was like, okay, I can't move my arms, can't move my legs, can't move my mouth. What is happening? I'm panicking even more than I was before. So my heart is like pounding and I'm like breathing heavily, like, you know, working up a sweat because I'm trying to move and I can't move. Excuse the noise, I turned the air conditioner on when my camera cut off. So yeah, December weather has been crazy. Like really, it's like 70 degrees around Christmas. Anyway, where was I? Oh, so I was trying to make noise, kick the wall, and get her attention so she could come help me because I thought something was wrong. And clicked in my head like, well, if I can't move, then and you know, I may be paralyzed. I don't know, maybe I slept the wrong way and it caused me to paralyze myself. Then it doesn't make sense. But then I thought, well, a person who's paralyzed can still make noise with their mouth, you know. But when I made noise, nothing was coming out. It was like in my head, if that makes sense. So I'm like laying there, I'm like, okay, well, if I'm not paralyzed, then I must be dying, you know, and that alone scared me because I'm like, I'm 11, 12 years old, dying in my bed. Why? Like, I'm like, well, I'm the perfect health, you know, I wasn't sick, I wasn't, you know, nothing was wrong with me the night before, so I can't be dying at like 11 years old. 11, 12 years old, which I thought was like very, very scary. Then that idea made me panic even more to at least like try to like move myself to like, I don't know, stop myself from dying if I was dying. I'm still laying there struggling, like not moving, just struggling trying to move. And my head, by the way, my head was like facing the wall where my bed was, so that's why I was like, well, call out to my mother if she can hear me, but of course I couldn't. So then I'm trying to move, and somehow, some way, I regained, like, the movement of my body, because I was able to move my head, but I couldn't move the lower half of my body. So I was able to move my head, but not from the neck down. And I was like, okay, I can move my head. Maybe I'm regaining my strength. Or maybe my body fell asleep and it hasn't caught up to me. Or something like that. So I was able to move my head. And I moved my head and I looked towards the other direction in my room. And everything's like, you know, everything's how it is. And I look around, I'm like, okay, is something going on? What's going on? So I'm looking around, and then all of a sudden, I look away from that side of my room, and I look back, and standing in the corner of my room is, I don't know, I can't say a person. It's something. It looked like a person, but it wasn't a person, if that makes sense. So it was like a dark, shadowy figure, and it was kind of like, it wasn't like see-through, it was kind of like solid, but kind of like smoky looking, if that makes sense. It was like, it looked like it was smoke coming off the person. And the person, I guess, was a female, because I could see like hair, like in front of its face, if that makes sense. And, you know, I saw like the arms and its hands to its side, and I was like, what is happening? So then I thought, oh, wait. So then another idea popped in my head, like, oh, someone broke into our house, and they're about to kill me. So, of course, I panicked even more. Then I thought, oh, well, this person probably drugged me or did something to me while I was asleep, which is why I can't do this. So someone is in my house trying to kill me. And if they drugged me, I couldn't do anything to call my mother, because my mother's probably already dead. So I was, again, even more terrified. Still trying to get up, still trying to move. Still can't move. But, and it's like, I was trying to turn my head away to look away from it. But at that point, I couldn't move my head no more. So I'm like, okay, what is happening? My heart is beating faster. I'm sweating, because I'm scared. I'm like shaking, on the verge of crying if I could move. And then like the shadow was just like slowly coming towards me, and when it was moving, like the room was like hazy, like kind of like spinning and hazy moving. I'm like, oh my god, what is happening? And then I thought, okay, I'm dying. This is what death looks like. You know, maybe this is the Grim Reaper trying to take my soul. I didn't know what was happening. And, you know, and then the figure was kept coming close, and it got like, let's see. If I'm laying here and I'm facing this way, it was kind of like here, like standing over top of me, like right about here, from like this far away. And when it was coming closer, it was like raising its arms, like trying to like grab me. And I was, of course, I was terrified. I was scared. I didn't know what was happening. And then all of a sudden, when it got like pretty much this close to me, I was able to close my eyes, because I couldn't close my eyes. That's another thing. When I was trying to look away from it and not look at it, I'm thinking, okay, if I close my eyes, maybe I'm imagining. Close my eyes, open it back up, everything's back to normal. But I couldn't. So, and then somehow, when it's like right here near to me, I was able to close my eyes, and then I opened back up. Next thing you know, I like sprung out of bed. I'm like, what just happened? And then I was able to move and everything. I'm like, what just happened? I look in my room is completely normal. It's not like hazy looking, and the thing is gone. So fast forward to 2015. Oddly and funny enough, the way that I found my answer to this whole solution was Netflix. So on Netflix, it was a documentary I saw. I was scrolling through movies and I saw this thing called, and I saw a movie called The Nightmare. I'm like, oh, this is a scary movie, must be new. I haven't heard of it, let's watch. So I was watching it, and it was people describing what I experienced. And I was like, oh, this is what this was. So what happened to me was, it's a thing called sleep paralysis. Like, you fall asleep and you have like these very vivid nightmares. Like, they make you feel like it's happening in real life, but it's a nightmare. That's happening to you at that moment. Not like something that you're dreaming. It's like very, very vivid. Because when I woke up, I was still in that same position, still looking through at my window when I got up, and I'm like, okay, how am I back here when a while ago I couldn't get up. The people in the documentary had it, but sometimes it would be different. It wouldn't be like a shadowy figure. Sometimes they saw like aliens or, you know, a static looking figure, or they would see some old person that they didn't know, or a family member, or I remember one person said he saw like spiders, which is like very creepy. And one person like heard a clown in her closet and some stuff like that. It's very, very weird. If you've seen the movie Insidious and how, you know, when the little boy goes to sleep, he's like in another universe, kind of like that, but it's not like that. It's not like an out of body experience. It wasn't like I was watching myself. It was like I was there in it. And to this day, I think no one knows what triggers that kind of thing. Because it just happened randomly, because I never had that dream before. Like, never. Before it happened, or even after. To this day, I still never had a nightmare like that. I don't have nightmares at all. So, it was like, very, very strange. And I could not explain it. Yeah. Like, comment, tell me, what is the worst nightmare you've ever had? Have you had a very vivid nightmare, or have you just had a normal nightmare? Let me know, or you can just tell me your feedback on this story. Like, how did it make you feel? I know this isn't Halloween anymore, but did it creep you out a little bit? Probably. Hope so. If you're a returning subscriber, hey, welcome back. If you're new, hi, I'm Mickey, and apparently I cheated possession, probably. That's a good thing, I guess. I cheated possession. Share if you want to. Share it with somebody who's probably experienced something like this. I don't know if this is going to be helpful to anybody, because I doubt many people even have these dreams, as I think, but I know people do have them. Am I forgetting something? No. Why do I keep asking myself that every time I try to do my closing? Am I forgetting something? No! Just say goodbye. Sorry. Bye!